Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Taj and I'm back today with some more free tea. So you guys are really enjoying my SP video I did like a month ago. That video is still getting so many views, so many comments, and recently someone commented and was basically like, I'm paraphrasing, but she was basically like, okay, but how do we manifest the SP from scratch, honey? Somebody we don't know, somebody we've never met, just how do we manifest our dream person or our dream guy or whatever? And so I said, you know what? I don't think I've ever done a video on how to manifest an SP from scratch. It's always like an ex or someone you've already had dealings with or something like that. So I'm bringing you guys today a video on how to manifest your SP from scratch. Now, whether you are male or female, this will work for you, or whatever pronouns that they go by. Okay, this is going to be for you. Just know that as a woman, I'm going to be speaking from a woman's perspective. So my examples will be like the pronouns I will be using for my examples will be him, he. But I just want y'all to know, okay, if you are going to take this video seriously, I'm gonna need for y'all to do one thing. Okay, the reason why manifesting an SP has just been so fun for me and so easy for me, like SP and money, oh baby, I got you. Like those are my two things that I got you. Okay, but one of the things that I do personally that I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and do, y'all are gonna have to learn how to start flirting with this energy that you are wanting to bring into your reality in your mind. Though y'all gonna have to be flirting. Okay, you're gonna have to get your flirting game up and like all the things. But let me just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do when it comes to manifesting an SP from scratch, I want you to get a pen and paper. Yes, pen and paper. Pen and paper is something about that pen to that paper that really just gets your creative juices flowing, and that really helps you to get intentional, and that intentionality really brings things into your reality, in my experience, that much faster. Okay, so you're going to get a pen and paper. You're going to be extremely detailed. Write down everything that you want in a partner, what they look like, what they smell like, height, can they cook, do they take you on dates, do they treat you like a queen or a king, like anything that you can think about as far as the things that you want. Write it down. Okay, write it down. And the writing part doesn't have to be just like a one-time thing, because like I know when I was doing my list, like I wrote down like a lot of things initially, but then like as the days went on after I initially wrote my list, I would think of things and I would go back to my list, honey, and I would add to it. Okay, so you can always go back and add to your list, take away, whatever. But on that initial sit down, when you're writing out your list, be very specific. Also set the intention, right? Light a candle, create a mood for yourself, because this is serious. This is somebody that you are bringing into your life that you really want to have a really good experience with, and who could possibly be your spouse if you're into marriage. So set the mood, put you on some nice little music, and really sit down and make it a thing and write out everything that you want. Once you write that list out, you're going to give this person like some sort of name. Like when I say name, I mean like you're gonna be like, oh, this is my dream guy, or this is my dream girl, or this is like my perfect man, or my girl, or my boo, or however you're going to write it, right? This is going to be important, because the next thing we're going to do after you do that is, this is kind of like the list method too, where you write down everything that you want in a person, and then we're going to create a blanket affirmation for you, and like blanket inner conversations and scenarios, but we're going to get there. Okay, so for me, I always say, this is the perfect man. This is my perfect man. And when I say perfect man, my subconscious knows that I mean everything that I wrote down on my list. That's what I mean. He's perfect because he has all of the things, all the qualities, all the characteristics, everything that I wrote down on this list. This is why he's my perfect man. So once you have written down your list and you say like, oh, my perfect man, then you're going to move into creating inner conversations as though you're telling someone about your perfect man or about your perfect woman. Again, whatever floats your boat, whatever fits your situation. But for me, it's going to be perfect man. Okay. So I like to have inner conversations with my friends, because I already know that the version of me who is with their perfect man, she is talking about him in such a positive and loving and flirty way to her friends. Like, Girl, yeah, because you know my man is perfect, honey. My perfect man. Like, I'm going to be that friend that gets on your nerves when I'm married or just having my perfect man or perfect relationship. I'm always going to be that girl who's like, my man, my husband, my this, my that. Like, period. My friends already know how I get down. So I want to, like, go ahead and start rehearsing some of those conversations now and looping those conversations now until I get what I want. So this is the first thing. You're going to create a conversation that you would normally have with someone, just in your head by yourself, or, you know, or with a friend like I did, right? So for example, some of my conversations, some of my inner conversations with my friends would be like, girl, yeah, he is just the perfect man. Like, I'm just so blessed and just so lucky just to have this man in my life. Like, he's everything that I've ever wanted. He's this, he's that, he's the third, whatever. That conversation I will be looping. Okay, that conversation needs to be looped consistently. Every time you think about an SP, whatever the case, you need to be looping that conversation. Okay, the next thing, so in looping in a conversations, well, let me just recap. Creating a list, giving him like my perfect man, my perfect guy, my dream guy, whatever the case. Looping a conversation that you will typically normally have with a friend, or just whether it's just thoughts in your head. Like, sometimes I can just think to myself, like, he is just so sweet. Like, he is just the best man ever. Like, he's just the best. Like, he loves me so much. He is so caring. He's so whatever. So whatever your conversation is, whether it's to yourself or with a friend, you're going to be looping that. And then the last thing that you're going to be doing, like I said at the beginning, is making sure that you have a very flirty energy. Now, this is not anything that I want you guys to force or anything like that, but you kind of want to flirt in your head when you think about this person, even though you haven't met them yet, even though you don't know who they are, but we already know we're the creators of our reality. So in your mind, in your imagination, you can imagine like your interactions with this person, right? Obviously you want this person to prioritize you, to treat you like a queen, or like a king. Like I said, you want this person to just be all the things that you've always ever wanted in a relationship. And so when I say flirt, sometimes when you are thinking about this ideal person or this perfect guy, you can kind of think flirty thoughts in your mind as though you're talking to them. And this is also kind of like tell them what to do. So this part actually is going to be the tell them what to do. But while you're telling them what to do, you are flirting with them, right? Like you always calling me, like you always texting me. Like, I mean, you just always up under me. I mean, I love that. I love that for me. But like, you're always texting me. You're always calling me. You're always trying to make sure that I'm good. And I love that. I love that you do that. You're basically having another conversation where you're telling them what to do, but in a flirty way, if that makes sense. So all the things that I just listed in this, that I just named in this video, are the things that you are going to do on a consistent basis, as often as you can, whenever you think about it, to manifest your specific person from scratch. Okay, we're on our Nara Smith game here. If you know she creates everything from scratch, and so we're going to create our person from scratch, period, as we should, right? So everything that I just said in this video, you are going to do on a consistent basis. And again, you are going to, don't come in my comment section. Don't be in the comment section like, well, how long do I need to do this? How long do I need to affirm? Honey, you're never going to not be doing this. Even when that man or woman is actually in your reality, it's actually your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or whatever, this is still going to be your reality, because ain't this how you still want them to show up? Even 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, you want to have thoughts about your person of like, oh my God, like this is the best person ever. Like they just love me so much. I just really love that after all this time, they still prioritize me. I just love that after all this time, like I still get butterflies. Like I still love them down and they still love me so much. And I just love that I have the perfect person. Even now, you don't have a person physically, but 5, 10 years, months, whatever, days, however, whenever you are actually with this person, you are still going to be having these same thoughts, right? So, and the last thing I'll say, so to that point, you're never going to not be affirming this. You're never going to not be doing it. The only difference is that when this person actually comes into your reality, it will just be your automatic dominant thoughts and assumptions and beliefs about this person, period. It'll just be automatic. These conversations with your friends will just be automatic. Like, honey, he's perfect. He's perfect. I'm just literally so blessed that I have the perfect man or the perfect woman. That's just natural for you, right? It's just going to be your dominant thoughts and beliefs. Now, at the same time, while you're doing all of these things that I just mentioned in this video, what you cannot do, you cannot do all this and then at the same time, at the very next thought, be like, oh, all men are trash. The dating pool is trash. Or, dating is so hard, or whatever the case. Like, you can't be doing all that, honey. We are switching your identity to the version of yourself that already has the perfect person in your life, period. And so you cannot be thinking thoughts that oppose anything that doesn't align to the identity of I have the perfect person and this person is everything that I've ever wanted. You can't be thinking anything outside of that at all. All your thoughts should be centered around I have the perfect person. This is the perfect person for me. I'm just so blessed that this person is in my life because they are everything that I've ever wanted and more. If it's not that, then you don't need to be thinking it, because you cannot be two people at once. You cannot be in two states at one time. Okay? Y'all got it? So if you do everything that I say and you do it on a consistent basis, and you are not wavering, come back to this video and let me know when you done met your bae. So you guys, let me know. This video was so fun. I don't know, I love all things SP. I just love it because it's just, like I said at the beginning, it's just so easy for me and it's just fun. Also, let's bring fun back to manifesting. Can we please? Let's bring fun back into manifesting. And I think no better way than to have fun with this is to create your person from scratch. And don't be out here shortchanging yourself either. You can have whoever, whatever, however, you can have whatever your little heart desires. There are no limits. You are limitless. You can have it all. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And happy manifesting. Sending nothing but peace, love, and blessings.